this timeline is crazy, man.
I know. So many things coming at one time.
This situation is absolutely insane, and there's so much happening all at once. It's almost impossible to keep up. No one can handle this alone, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if more charges come up as this unfolds. At this point, nothing is off the table. All right, everyone, buckle up because this story is a roller coaster. Imagine a courtroom filled with tension, emotions running wild, and at the center of it all, none other than Diddy's daughters, Delilah, Chance, and Jessie. That's right, the daughters of the music mogul, Sean Diddy Combs, are making headlines. And not for the reasons you'd expect. Reports suggest they've reached their breaking point, and now the drama is spilling out for the entire world to see. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Why are these young women allegedly looking to legally separate themselves from their father? And how does all of this connect to the mysterious circumstances surrounding their mother, Kim Porter's passing? Let's break it all down. Diddy's daughters have always been seen as private individuals, rarely making waves in the media. For years they appeared at events with their father, smiling for the cameras, sharing sweet family moments online, and seemingly living the glamorous life. But now, sources claim they're ready to cut ties and move on from the family name. And honestly, who can blame them? With Diddy's name constantly tied to scandals and legal troubles, it makes sense that they'd want to distance themselves. But here's the thing, it's not just about the recent controversies or the never-ending media frenzy. There's something much deeper at play. The biggest shadow hanging over this family is the unresolved mystery surrounding Kim Porter's death and the toxic family dynamics that allegedly followed. For those who don't know, Kim Porter was Diddy's longtime partner and the mother of 3 of his children. She tragically passed away in 2018, and while the official report listed pneumonia as the cause, rumors of foul play have never gone away. In fact, those whispers have only grown louder over the years. According to leaked details from her autopsy, Kim was in good health just days before she passed. So how did her condition decline so quickly? That's the question people keep asking, making things even more suspicious. There were claims that a casket was ordered for Kim a full week before she died. Think about that. Who does that? It's little details like these that have fueled conspiracy theories and calls for further investigation. But it gets even stranger. At the time of Kim's passing, her personal belongings, her laptop, phone, and other electronics vanished. For someone as connected and resourceful as Kim, it's odd that those items were never recovered. And then there's the autopsy report itself. While authorities ruled out foul play, certain details, like discoloration on her skin and unexplained bruises, have only raised more questions. Now put yourself in the shoes of Kim's daughters. Imagine growing up constantly hearing rumors that your mother's death wasn't as simple as it seemed. Even if you don't fully believe the speculation, just knowing that people are questioning what really happened must be painful. And then, there's the way their father is portrayed in all of this. Over the years, disturbing allegations have surfaced about Diddy's controlling behavior and emotional and physical mistreatment. The stories paint a picture of a man whose power and influence allowed him to act without consequence. Allegedly, Diddy's treatment of Kim was so toxic that it left lasting scars, not just on her, but on their children as well. One insider even claimed that Kim confided in friends about being afraid for her life. If that's true, it's no wonder her daughters are now looking for legal independence. And this isn't just about the past. The situation is still unfolding, and things have only gotten worse since Diddy's recent arrest. At first, his children appeared to stand by his side, supporting him publicly. But lately, that support has been disappearing. At his most recent court appearance, only his sons, Justin and Christian, showed up. His daughters, nowhere to be seen. Before, we'd see the family posting coordinated birthday messages and showing public displays of unity. But now, insiders claim those moments were staged, scripted attempts to protect Diddy's image. If that's true, it's heartbreaking. Just recently, Diddy turned 55, but unlike previous years, there were no lavish parties, no extravagant celebrations. This was his first birthday behind bars, and for his daughters, it might have been the final straw. Reports suggest they've been consulting with attorneys, looking into the legal process of emancipation, and honestly, can anyone blame them? Imagine being a teenager or young adult and having your family's darkest secrets plastered all over the internet. It's a nightmare. Sources close to the family say the daughters feel deeply hurt, not just by what they've learned about their father, but also by how their family has been handled in the aftermath of Kim's passing. And to make matters worse, the legal drama isn't over. Even though we aren't hearing about it as much anymore, the case is still active, and more details could emerge at any moment. And speaking of Kim, let's take a moment to remember who she was. Kim Porter wasn't just Diddy's ex. She was a devoted mother who always put her children first. People who knew her describe her as warm, kind, and resilient, someone who saw the best in people, even when it was difficult. Yet despite all of that, she found herself in a relationship that, if the allegations are true, was filled with pain and fear. Now her daughters are at a crossroads. Do they continue to stand by their father, or do they break away and forge their own path? From everything we're seeing, it looks like they've made their decision. And as this legal battle continues, the world will be watching to see how it all plays out. One thing is for sure, this family's story is far from over. Diddy's relationship with Kim Porter was far from perfect. According to insiders, their time together was filled with emotional ups and downs. Some say Diddy's controlling nature made Kim feel trapped, and she even told friends that their arguments could get physical. One shocking incident was recalled by someone close to them. They described a night when a heated argument turned into a full-blown fight, with objects being thrown across the room. Despite the chaos, Kim was known for standing her ground. However, these experiences clearly left a lasting impact. One of the most disturbing claims is about a time when Kim fought back. She reportedly grabbed a corkscrew, the kind used to open wine bottles, and slashed Diddy's wrist while trying to defend herself. It was so severe that he nearly hit an artery and kept bleeding non-stop. Fast forward to today, and Kim's name is making headlines again. This time, it's due to a leaked memoir that allegedly exposes explosive details about her life with Diddy. While some question the book's authenticity, it's full of claims about manipulation, mistreatment, and even fears for her life. Diddy's legal team insists the book is a complete fabrication, but that hasn't stopped it from becoming a bestseller. The controversy surrounding it has reignited discussions about Kim's past and the circumstances of her untimely death. What makes this even more complicated is that Diddy and Kim's children, including their daughters, have publicly denied the book's claims. They've called it hurtful and completely false. However, not everyone is convinced. Some fans and conspiracy theorists point to the suspicious timing of the book's release and how its allegations align with other accusations against Diddy. One of the most serious allegations against him involves human trafficking. Reports suggest he took Kim to different states and forced her to engage in activities against her will. If true, these claims are beyond disturbing. Meanwhile, their daughters have been caught in the middle of this media storm. They are grieving the loss of their mother, while also facing the harsh reality of the accusations against their father. Some sources even suggest that they're considering legal emancipation, meaning they would cut all ties with Diddy. If that happens, it could mark a major turning point for the entire Combs family. But the drama doesn't stop there. Diddy's legal troubles keep getting worse, and his sons, Justin and Christian Combs, are reportedly caught up in the mess. While the daughters may be trying to distance themselves, the sons are allegedly playing a much different role. There are claims that they aren't just supporting their father, but are actively involved in some of the shocking accusations against him. If true, this could change everything. Diddy has been fighting for bail for months, offering massive assets and even private security to prove he's not a flight risk. But prosecutors aren't buying it. They argue that Diddy is a danger to the community and can't be trusted. The evidence against him is wild. There are reports that he's been making secret phone calls from jail, using other inmates' phone accounts to contact people he's not supposed to speak with. It sounds like something straight out of a movie. Prosecutors also claim that Diddy has been pressuring witnesses through his family, urging them to stay quiet or even change their stories. It doesn't end there. Sources say Diddy is trying to control public opinion from behind bars. He's allegedly working with his team to craft social media campaigns aimed at shifting the narrative in his favor. Prosecutors claim that even the birthday videos his kids posted weren't genuine, but part of a carefully planned PR move. Some reports suggest that he's using coded language in phone calls and letters to communicate secret messages. For example, when he mentions recycling, it could mean destroying evidence, and references to family gatherings might actually mean meetings to coordinate legal strategies. If any of this is true, it shows just how far he's willing to go to avoid consequences. The scale of the investigation is massive. Authorities are reportedly combing through financial records, text messages, and security footage from his properties. They've seized multiple electronic devices, which some believe could contain critical evidence. One source compared the investigation to peeling back layers of an onion. Each new discovery leads to even more questions. Some of the evidence is so sensitive that it's being reviewed privately, away from the public eye. This suggests that what we know now may only be the tip of the iceberg. But it's not just about Diddy. His sons are also being pulled deeper into this scandal. There's a leaked phone call between Diddy and Justin, where Diddy reportedly tells him to get rid of the leftover pizza boxes. Many believe this was code for disposing of evidence. Insiders claim that both Justin and Christian have been cleaning up their father's mess, both literally and figuratively. If this is true, it raises serious questions about their involvement and whether they could also face legal consequences. So why would Diddy's sons risk getting tangled up in this? Some say it's about loyalty, while others believe it's because they grew up in an environment where this kind of behavior was normalized. They've spent their entire lives surrounded by luxury, power, and influence, watching their father navigate the highs and lows of fame. If these allegations are true, they may have been conditioned to believe that protecting their family's reputation is more important than doing what's right. Meanwhile, lawsuits are piling up against the Combs family. Diddy isn't the only one facing legal trouble. His sons are being named in some cases too. A producer named Rodney Jones claims he was coerced into participating in activities that Diddy allegedly orchestrated, and that Justin played a key role in recruiting people for these situations. Christian is also facing allegations of inappropriate behavior toward a woman at an event hosted by his father. If these claims hold up in court, it suggests that the issues within this family run deeper than just Diddy himself. Diddy's legal team is doing everything they can to fight back. One of their main strategies is challenging the search warrants used in the FBI raids on his homes, claiming they were unconstitutional. They argue that the authorities relied on misleading information to obtain them. Whether this argument holds up remains to be seen, but it's clear that Diddy's team is pulling out all the stops to get evidence thrown out. Even if they succeed in blocking some evidence, Diddy's reputation is already in shambles. The media has been relentless, and public opinion is shifting against him. The allegations of abuse, the mysterious circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's death, and now the claims involving his sons, everything is piling up. Even some of his most loyal supporters are starting to question whether they can continue defending him. As more details emerge, the focus is also shifting to Kim Porter's legacy. Friends and family are calling for a renewed investigation into her death, demanding accountability for anyone who may have been involved. Even Kim's ex, Al B. Shaw, has spoken out, pushing for answers. Her story isn't over, and her memory continues to play a powerful role in this unfolding drama. So, what happens next? Will Diddy's daughters go through with their rumored plans to separate themselves from him? Will his sons face serious legal consequences? And will Diddy manage to clear his name? Or is this truly the end of his career? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: this story is far from over.